once that thing happens, right? Nothing else matters at all. And then when the revelation comes in, when it happens, there are no milestones. You don't know where you're going. And when just when that happens, you just go through it. It's beautiful after that. For 3 years for me, it happened. Any other questions? Yeah, you.
That opposition work strategy, can it work for any bad habit or any habit you're trying to break?
Any bad habit. Anything. Sometimes habits can be addictive. Smoking, gambling, drinking, those things kind of, sometimes even if you do want it, it's difficult. In those situations, you just go back to the divine and just say, please just guide me. Just guide me. And at no point, don't feel guilty of what you have done. Because one of the first things that you have to do is, don't bring down yourself in terms of self-esteem. Don't feel guilty. Something that was the desire, that was the karma which was there inside, that happened, that made you do something. Once that awareness comes in, automatically, you will make changes. It will happen. So one of the other things is, never ever feel guilty. That's one of the things that we always do. Don't feel that. It's okay to feel angry, sad, or something. But the strategy will work. One more. Any more? Anything which is within our experience is what we're going to discuss over here. And then automatically everything takes on a very great meaning, very special meaning.
If the person who feels I should not pray, I have everything, why should I pray? Why should I connect myself to divine energy? The person will never get any problem. He say, why should I never have any problems in my life? And if he gets any problem, should he think because I never pray to God, I never connected myself to divine energy, I was
No. No.
That is his karma.
That is karma. That is his karma. Bhagavan has got nothing to do. This is going to be a shocker to you, all of you. Bhagavan has got nothing to do with that at all. That is only your karma. Because we are karma bandha, because of karma we have been born in this world. Whatever we get or we do not get is all because of that. You don't have to pray. In this world, if you come and just do your karma and get out of this world without accumulating any karma, you are the best devotee. When that happens and when you're born again, you won't be born as karma bandha. You will be born as karma mukta. Mukta means free from karma, but you will bring a little karma with you. Because the soul cannot attach to this body. For desire to be born, it needs the body. So there is no need at all for that. So the example that I gave you about the prayer, why we do prayers, is that initial stages, you will have these kind of things. That's why you will have, sometimes I become angry when Bhagavan doesn't give me, and sometimes I become happy when he gives me. The story that I shared with you on the red cherry and red chili, please remember that. For those of us who, very quickly, for those of us who are new, when a child, a girl, she asked the mother a red thing, the mother gladly gave it to her. She ate it, it was very sweet, she loved it, she asked for one more, mother gave it one more. Few days go by, and then later on the girl again, she sees that red thing again. This time, the mother does not give it to her. The child cries. The first time when the mother gave it to the child, it was a red cherry. Love cherries? Yeah? The second time when the mother did not give it to her, it was a red chili. Chili, right? You know what chili is?
Pepper.
Yeah, red chili, hot pepper. So if you are in the mode of the divine where you are looking at things where I want and I get and do not get and things like that, every time you get it, think that you got the red cherry. When you did not get it, think that you got a red chili. In the meanwhile, as you're doing your retrospection, when there are certain negatives that have happened in my life, certain positives that have happened in my life, when you're able to connect those things, this automatically red cherry, red chili will automatically drop. For example, if I'm walking on a path and if I'm in a hurry and a thorn pricks me, suddenly I'm aware of the path, that this path is a rough path. I step down and I take it out and things like that. Now, I'm not in a rush, I'm walking on the path a little bit more careful. Very soon, I notice there is this big ditch over there, which if I was not careful, I potentially could have fallen into it. So, little problems that come in our way, they teach us about the bigger problems that we can avoid in our lives. So what was an inconvenience initially was a great lesson for us to be careful further down. So that's the reason why when we have problems, don't think it is a problem. Just face it bravely. And when you start doing this, it is only when we have the problems in our life that we need all our positive energies to help overcome that. Sometimes you will overcome it, sometimes you will get overwhelmed by it. It is okay for both to happen. Now have you seen the surfer in the ocean? Sometimes he or she goes overcome, sometimes they go inside and the wave just goes over. So okay to get you overcome it or you get overwhelmed by it. Both are good. It's a strategy. Life strategy. Life is the only game, life is the only mystery which is not to be solved but to be experienced. And that's what in Upanishad there is one very beautiful saying. Ananda Brahme Tibyajanad Ananda Deva Kalvimani Bhutani Jayante Anande Najatani Jivante Anandam Prayanti Visham Vishandide Saishabha Gavi Varni Vidya Arabebhyo Manpratishthida Yagevam Veda Pratitishthade Annavanan Ado Bhavati Mahan Bhavati Prajaya Pashubir Brahma Varchasena Mahan Kirtya. That bliss, that Anandam resides in you. Do not look for anywhere else. Namami Narayana Pada Pankajam Namami Narayana Pada Pankajam Karomi Narayana Pujanam Sada Karomi Narayana Pujanam Sada Vadami Narayana Nama Nirmalam Vadami Narayana Nama Nirmalam Smarami Narayana Tattvamogyayam Smarami Narayana Tattvamogyayam Namami Narayana Pada Pankajam Karomi Narayana Pujanam Sada Vadami Narayana Nama Nirmalam Smarami Narayana Tattvamogyayam Smarami Narayana Tattvamogyayam Smarami Narayana Tattvamogyayam Hari Om.